Hey, this is Chris from GuitArmy, and today we're going to be taking a look at a great guitar riff. It is Lagrange by ZZ Top. All right, in this first section, we're going to take a close look at how to play the intro clean part, the one that's going. That cool part right there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the guitar tablature down below, and we're going to take a look at measure number 1. All right, so if we take a look at the first measure, we're going to see that we start with 2 eighth notes. I should mention that I generally hybrid pick this. I'll either use my fingers for this, or I'll do a hybrid picking where I'm picking on the 5th string with my pick, and then my middle finger and my ring finger are on strings 4 and 3. So my pick is getting this, and these 2 fingers are getting strings 3 and 4. So it sounds like you could use a pick, but to me, I know that Billy Gibbons uses his fingers or does some kind of hybrid picking. If you use a pick, it comes off as way too harsh. You'd have to really... it's just not going to sound quite right. So you could use a pick if you wanted, but just know that using fingers is going to sound much more like the recording. It's just going to sound better. So if you're not used to trying to use your fingers, go ahead and try it. All right, so for the first measure, we're going to go 1 and then we're resting on 2. So it goes 1 and rest on 2 and rest on 3 and rest on 4 and when I'm doing those rests, I'm letting these fingers here on my left hand go down. So I'm playing those strings 3 and 4. And muting with these fingers. And if you're not used to doing that, playing on an offbeat like that, that's something you want to practice. Just get a beat going like 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Just start playing on the ands, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. And with this riff, you want to keep them those eighth notes kind of short and choppy. Like you don't want to go. You don't want to let them ring. All right. So once again, it says the palm muted here. I don't think I typically palm mute. I guess you could, but because they're so short, they're getting cut off so short. I think it works whether you palm mute it or not. So once again, that first measure is going to go 1 and rest and rest and rest and so if we play it slowly without any counting, it's 3, 4. One more time. 3, 4. So for measure number 2, we're starting off with an eighth note rest. So it's going to go, we're going to rest, and then on the and of 1, we're going to play this 2, 2. So it's rest and rest. And then on the and of 2, we're going to play that open A, that 5th string open. It says the palm mute. We can do that. So we're going to go rest and rest and then we're going to go. We're going to play this G on this 4th string 5th fret that is coming down on 3. So it goes 3 and 4 and. So one more time, we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's how you play measure number 2. Now let's take a look at measure number 3. For measure number 3, at the beginning we still have an open A or palm muted open A, which isn't going to ring very long anyways, but that's coming in from the previous measure number 2, coming in on the and of 4. But coming straight in on the downbeat of 3, we're going to go 1 and And what we're doing there, we have a quarter step bend. So we're going to take this C note here, and we're not going to do a full step bend. We're just going to bend it up a quarter step, so it's not a full half step. We're just going to pull it down a little bit. All right, and that's going to be for beats. It's going to go 1 and, because we have 2 8th notes there, 1 and rest on 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it's going to go, one more time, it's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now let's take a look at measure number 4. For measure number 4, we're starting with a rest, so it's going rest on 1, playing this 2 2s on the and, so it's going 1 and rest on 2. We're doing the open A for on the end of 2, and then we're playing that 5 2 on 3, and then we're playing the open 2 on the end of 3, and then on 4 we're playing the 2 5 there, the E and the C together. And then on the end of 4 we're doing an open A again, so it sounds like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I think at the end there I went, I think I did 2 2s at the end there, so let me go ahead and do it again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. One thing I should mention is, personally when I play this, I don't even know if I tend to not even play it the same consistently. I'm kind of always changing it. I think it always has the same general feel, but whether I'm going I do kind of change it up quite a bit. I don't play it consistently. So if you see anything I'm doing where it doesn't look like I'm doing, when I'm doing the measures, I'm trying to do it exactly how the tab says. But just know in general, as long as I have the general feel of it, I don't worry too much about playing it, exactly perfect to the record. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at measure number 5. All right, for measure number 5, we're starting off with, we're going to go 1 and, same as we did in measure number 3, we're doing that little quarter step bend on the C here on the 5th fret on the 3rd string. So it's going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. One more time, we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's measure number 5. Let's go ahead and take a look at measure number 6. Measure number 6 is going to be, I believe, the same as measure number 4, where we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. One more time, that goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So now I'm going to go ahead and play through measures 1 through 6 slowly, so you can go ahead and play along with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's go ahead and take a look at how to play the easier guitar riff that is distorted. So that riff sounds like this. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at this first measure. What I did is I turned the drive down a lot just so I wouldn't be fighting to try to talk over top of a lot of distortion. So in the first measure, what we have here is we have just a bunch of A power chords. An A power chord is A, E, and then A again here is 0, 2, 2. And rhythm-wise, we're going 1 and rest on 2 and rest on 3 and rest on 4 and. So we're basically playing on the end of every beat, going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, except we're coming in on the downbeat of 1 as well. So I like to strum down on 1, and then on all the ands, I like to strum up. Do you have to do that? No, you could go. You could strum down on all the ands, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But I'm so used to teaching people how to strum. I don't want to say properly, but that's kind of what I mean. If it's on an and, I I like to strum up. So that first measure is going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the second half of the riff, which is the second measure. All right, for the second measure, we're resting on 1, coming up on the and of 1, rest on 2, coming up on the and of 2. Then we're going to play the C here, this on 5th string, 3rd fret, on the downbeat of 3. And then we're going to play this D here on the downbeat of 4. All right, so we're going rest and rest and 3, 4, and they're showing those notes in parentheses there because I believe that's going to be kind of going into the next measure. So if I put that measure together, it's going to sound like 1 and 2 and 3. Whether that means I'm supposed to strum up on, like, go 5 or beat number 4, 4. In my opinion, that you can play the and of 4 at the end of the second measure if you want, as a quick upstroke to go back into measure 1, because the pattern just keeps repeating. So you can do that, or you could just, for measure 2, you could go 1 and 2 and 3. You could just go play that 3, 5 there, and then go and start the riff again. I think instinctually that I'm going to play that 5 and bring my pick up. I think I'm just going to go. It's a quick up strum to kind of bring me back to the beginning of the riff, which is measure number 1. So now I'm going to go ahead and play through that slowly a couple times, and you can go ahead and play along with me. 3, 4. Thanks for taking the time to check out this riff guitar lesson. If you'd like to see more, make sure you subscribe to our channel, GuitArmy, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you know when we come out with new videos. GuitArmy now has a Patreon page. The link is down in the description. Please go to it and check it out if you'd like to see all the features and benefits and the online courses that you would have access to. I would appreciate that, and thanks for checking out this guitar lesson.